Hey, I'm Brian, Slasher in Suits. Today we're covering Studio 666, Mark of the Beast, right? And this is the kill count. It's about the Foo Fighters trying to record their new studio album inside like this haunted mansion place. So the story and gore is like part Evil Dead and part Shining, part Possession. It was really cool, man. So this is a dream, that doesn't count. But this is a good old fashioned sort of like horror comedy. They used to make a lot in the 80s, but they don't make them like these no more. A perfect example of this is probably like saying The Burbs with Tom Hanks or the original Fright Night. And they showed flashbacks of the band that previously tried to record an album there, right? And then all this insanity happens, and the lead singer kills the rest of his band there. So that's the whole thing. That guy's like, I'm trying to finish my record, and I'm going to possess Dave Grohl to do it. So that's like shining light to me. Almost like a guy who's almost crazy, just needs a little push. That's Dave Grohl right here. And musicians do that, man. Charles Manson was a failed musician too. If he had the power to do so, I bet he would possess Dave Grohl. Then, in present day, the roadie got electrocuted. And I know they probably had the decision to make, like, all right, do we do the blue, very visible electricity lines? Because to me, that feels like that's very, like, 80s, like Child's Play 2 and everything. Like, you just had the person squiggling around and you could visually see all the electricity. In a lot of horror movies, the very first victim is electricity because it's not very supernatural yet to raise any alarms like, hey man, what's really going on here, you know? I was excited. I was like, Will Forte's in this movie? Very cool. Well, till he got his head chopped off. That's MacGruber. And this kill sort of brought it back to make it feel more like a slasher movie than a supernatural haunted house movie. And the head falling off was pretty cool. But the very neat thing was that shot that was almost so similar to The Burning. And if you don't know, The Burning is like an old school slasher movie with some Tom Savini gore effects in it. I mean, it's worth checking out. The Burning never got a sequel, and it's pretty neat to see George Costanza with hair, but, right? Oh, but I don't know, this kill was just a callback to that movie, and the head flying off was very comical, so it's pretty cool Forte got the most comical gore death.
I'm pretty handy on a grill.
And that was supposed to be a stealthy sort of during the day sort of kill. Nope. How didn't you hear that guy screaming as his face got put on that barbecue grill? But it's overall a very entertaining kill, and he end up eating the guy afterwards, right? That's the perfect crime. And it was very comical how they set up this kill too. So I don't know, man. I just really enjoyed it. And when the band members started to die off, I'm not so familiar with the Foo Fighters, so I'm not like, oh no, not him. But I just go, well, he seemed like a cool dude. And to eat a guy whole, right? And to even just cook him, you gotta cook every single part and everything. That's gonna take you all day. It's gonna take you more than a month to eat the guy too.
My latest guilty pleasure.
Nice. It's a very slasher movie sort of kill. It seems familiar but different at the same time. And a very sexy kill, even though, see that face? That's Whitney Cummings. Oh man, she was funny, and I'm a big fan of her stand up anyway. But man, you got to see her in her lingerie. I was like, oh damn, I've never seen Whitney Cummings like that. And killing a couple of people banging on a bed missionary style, that has been done, but I don't know, man, it's never been done with like a chainsaw. Like, of course Jason did that like way back in part 2, but that's a simple spear. I guess they upped the stakes a bit using a chainsaw instead.
You're welcome, music.
I definitely saw that kill on a Mortal Kombat game, but never done in live action. Dude, this has better fatality kills than the Mortal Kombat movie that came out. And it caught him like right in the jaw, in the mouth, and everything underneath just slid down. It was probably the best kill of the whole movie. And out of all the musicians, right? Like, none of them got killed by their own instruments besides the drummer. So, one of them had to do it, and they saved the best one for the drummer. I got a total kill count of 7, but it's also plus because there's way more deaths. I just don't have the footage for it yet. Like he throws a guy inside a wood chipper, which is very cool. Other amounts of gore, and it's just funny. And yeah, go and support this horror comedy, man, because they're not making horror comedies like this currently at the moment. So thanks everybody for watching. Follow me on all the things, and I'll catch you dudes later. Later, dudes.